Arriving at boot camp. From the age of 18, Israelis have to go into the army. Men serve 3 years, women serve 2. It used to be seen as a bonding experience, an important rite of passage. But now many young Israelis decide that army life is not for them. Amalia dodged the draft 2 years ago. She describes herself as an independent kind of person who doesn't cope well with rigid organisations. So she faked a psychiatric test.
I did my little song and dance and the doctor gave me a letter. I took it to the draft headquarters where I acted very depressed. I must have put on a good performance because they were quickly convinced and I was out.
Amalia is unapologetic and she doesn't feel any less Israeli for not serving.
My connection to the state will never be of a military nature, guns and identical uniforms where everyone looks the same. The military will never be what connects me to this country.
This is how the first few weeks of army life look for new recruits. Not everyone rises to the challenge. But the army's own statistics show that 1 in 4 Israelis manage to get out of military service.
We have to watch with some kind of a concern to this process in the Israeli society in which some people don't want to join the army. It's not a general phenomenon, it's a very small percentage.
The idea behind conscription is that in times of war, Israel can effectively mobilize the whole country. At least that's the theory. The reality is that the Israeli military may be gradually changing from the people's army into the army of half the people.
Shlomo Vyshinsky feels strongly about draft dodgers. His son Lior was killed 3 years ago when his army unit was operating in Gaza.
I feel a sucker because we have a law and some people doesn't force the law. And the government doesn't force the law to all of us.
What's happening in the army is symptomatic of what's happening in the country as a whole. Israel is changing from a socialist country into a more individualistic society. In the long run, the military may move away from universal conscription towards a professional army. Jackie Rowland, Al Jazeera, Jerusalem.